Alright, last part of the test review coming up. Starting off with number 26. Determine whether the following regular polygons will tessellate. So like with the triangle, remember we were drawing a bunch of triangles and we noticed, ooh, they all line up. No gaps, no overlaps, so that's a yes. Squares were a yes. And the last one, hexagons, were a yes. Those are our three that do tessellate. Find the value of x in the tessellation below. The figures are not given to be regular. Alrighty, so we've got all these shapes matching up, fitting together. If there's no gaps and no overlaps at any of these intersections, we should have a total of 360 degrees. So I've just got to add all those guys up, set them equal to 360. X plus 20 plus 3x minus 10 plus 2x plus 3x minus 10. So there's step one. Next thing I got to do is go in and combine all my like terms. So I've got x, another 3x, 2x, and another 3x. So that's 6, 7, 8, 9 x's. Then I've got 20 minus 10 minus 10. So all my numbers end up kind of canceling each other out there. So I've just got 360 equals 9x. I know 9 goes into 36 4 times, and there's a 0 on the end, so that's going to be 40. But also use your calculator to check if you need to. So that finishes off this page. We got one more. Come on, guys, we can do it. Find the value of x. The figure is not drawn to scale. Okay, so we don't know if this is a regular hexagon or not. If it was a regular hexagon, we'd just be like, oh my gosh, they're all 120. But they're not necessarily. So our first step is going to be to figure out, okay, what do all these guys need to add up to be? So a figure that has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sides. If I want to find all those interior angles, that's n minus 2 times 180 to find the sum of the interior angles. So 4 times 180. Ooh, I don't remember what that is. Calculator. 4 times 180. 540? 720. So that's what all these guys added up together should be. So that's the equation I'll set up. 720 would be the sum of all those interior angles. Alrighty, so I added them all up. Now I've got to combine some like terms. So x, 2x, x, that's 4x, 5, 6 x's. Then I've got 115, 25, and 160. Let's do that calculator style. So 115, 25, 160, 300. Alright, and then I'm going to have to get x by itself, so first subtract the 300 from both sides. So that gives me, let's see, 0 minus 0 is 0, 2, 420 is equal to 6x. And last step, to get x all by itself, got to divide by 6 on both sides. So let's do that. Got 420 divided by 6, 70. So if x equals 70. Next one, find the sum of the interior angles of a regular octagon. So interior angles, I think n minus 2 times 180. N here is going to be 8 because it's an octagon. So I've got 8 minus 2 times 180, or 6 times 180. 6 times 180, 1080 degrees. And now it says find the measure of one interior angle. So I know that all of those angles together would be 1080, but if this is a regular octagon, then all the angles would be the same size. So I would just need to divide by 8 to see how much each one is worth. Calculator. So divide that by 8. 135. Cool. Find the number of sides of the regular polygon with an interior angle of 120. Okay, so in the last problem, we found, ooh, what is going on? In the last problem, we found the number of angle, or the number of degrees in one angle by doing n minus 2 times 180. That gave me all the interior angles added up. And if I just wanted one of them, I had to divide by the number of angles I had. So when I do that, what answer I got was 135, or the measure of an interior angle. Here, I have an interior angle that's 120. So I've got to solve this problem. Ugh, looks gross. Let's turn 120 into a fraction. And then I've got two fractions that are equal to each other, which I can solve by cross multiplying. So after that cross multiplication step, I do 120 times n equals 1 times all this stuff, or n minus 2 times 180. Cool. Now, I've got to maybe multiply some stuff together. So, that n minus 2 should be in parentheses. Because it's n minus 2, that whole thing, times 180. So I've got 120n equals 180n minus 360. I'll add the 360 to both sides because I don't like that negative 360 being over here. So now I've got 360 plus 120n equals 180n. I'll subtract the 120n from both sides. So now I've got 360 equals 60n. And then final step, divide everything by 60. Get n equals 6. So 6 sides. That was a lot of work. So maybe one of the easier things to do would be like, okay, if an interior angle is 120, then an exterior angle would be the supplement to that, or 180 minus 120, which is 60. And then the way to get exterior angles is like 360 divided by the number of sides. So cross multiplying that, I'd get 360 equals 60 n, or n equals 60, but in a lot fewer, n equals 6, but in a lot fewer steps. So sometimes finding the exterior angle first can make some of your algebra a little bit simpler. But if the first way made more sense to you, then you can always stick with that. Alrighty. That was a tough one. Next question. Find the sum of the exterior angles of a regular dodecagon. That's my favorite formula. The sum of the exterior angles. It's not a formula, it's just a number. Whew, what a relief. Especially after number 30 was so long and difficult. Ooh, find the measure of one exterior angle. Alright, well, it's not that bad. For the measure of one exterior angle, all of them together are 360, but I just want one, and they're all the same because it's a regular dodecagon. Dodecagon, that's 12 sides. So I'm dividing that 360 into 12 equal pieces. 360 divided by 12, 30. A regular polygon has an exterior angle measure of 20. How many sides does it have? Alright, so in the problem right before, to figure out the measure of an exterior angle, we had to do 360 divided by how many sides there were, and that gave me my answer. So here, when I do that, 360 divided by n, the answer I should get for one exterior angle is 20. And it's a math problem, proportion, for me to solve by cross-multiplying. So 360 times 1, 360, 20 times n, 20n, and then I'll divide by 20 on both sides. So n equals, 360 divided by 20, 18. Oh, not degrees, that's how many sides. 18-sided shape. Oh, last two. So exciting. Solve for x. We don't know if all these angles are going to be the same size or not, but we have a way to figure out what they should all add up to be together. So this shape has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sides. So a shape that has 5 sides, to find the sum of the interior angles, I do n minus 2 times 180, or here 5 minus 2 times 180. So 3 times 180 gives me 540. So all these interior angles added up together should equal to 540. Alright, so 5x plus 2 . Oh, running out of room. Let's see. Maybe what I'll do, since I'm running out of room, I'm going to go through and just add all my like terms together. So I've got 3x, 5x, 5x, so that's 13. Another 4 would be 17. Another 8 would be 25. So I've got 25 x's. Now let's go and add the numbers. So 5 plus 2 is 7. 17. 17 plus 15 would give me 32. 32 plus 8 would give me 40. So this right here, the 25x plus 40, is just me adding up and combining like terms for all 5 of those angles, so that now I can solve. So 540 minus 40 is 500. And then if I divide both sides by 25, see, 25 goes into 100 4 times, so it would go into 500 5 times 4 times, or 20 times. Last one. Ah, yes, the last one. Same kind of deal. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sides. So I don't even have to do any extra work. I already know that a 5-sided shape, the sum of the interior angles is 540. So when I add all these up, 111 plus, oh, this one, the little box, 90. X is the one I don't know. 122 and 103. Calculator for this one. Alright, so I got 111 plus 90 plus 122 plus 103. So all the numbers together were 426. I'm going to subtract 426 from both sides. $114. Final answer, and I'm done.